So welcome to another video on the Peagso. Since I last posted, it's had 2 new tyres fitted, it's successfully passed its MOT, and it's had a little shakedown run. So one of the things I've noticed, this bike has been lowered for some sort of little tiny leprechaun, which suits this purpose really well. So you can see it's lowered on the front. It sat really low on the rear, so I believe it must have a linkage on the rear, and someone had took all the preload out of the rear shock. So I've now given it some preload, so it's a little bit firmer on the rear. Played around with the little rebound and compression adjuster, which is under there. Can I show it to you? Can I show it to you? There it is. The one there with the cheese head screw just at the bottom of the shock. So play around with that. I fitted Michelin Anarchy Adventure tyres on them. This is the tread pattern on the rear. And when I did look at the original tyres I took off, even at past MOT, they were cracked. And you know what? They handled really well. But these handle really well. Soft. Stick my nail in there and everything. Look how soft they are. They're great tyres. So I'm waiting for a lock for this. So not a lock, I took the lock off and it had a 3-digit number, so hopefully I'm getting the correct key to fit that. Also, what I've done, I fitted some new bar ends which I got from AliExpress, which were absolutely dirt cheap, so just bolted straight on, so people with bigger hands got a better grip. Also fitted this little voltage and charging display, so it gives you your voltage and you can turn it on and off, and you can do a fast charge or a slow charge, and it has a little waterproof cover, so that's good, so I can watch the voltage when I'm riding it. I'll come back to that in a bit. There's the other hand guard, not the hand guard, end weight. What else did we do? So on the shakedown ride, when I was riding it, this started at 14 volts, 14.1. On a couple of occasions I noticed it dropping down to 12. So I switched the lights off and then the voltage would come back up. And this happened quite a few times on the journey. So you tell me, I believe it was the regulator rectifier overheating. Temperature wise, we were running about 80, 75, and I think when it got really hot it went to 90, the fan kicked in and it dropped back down, so I believe that's correct. So let's lift the seat off. So with the regulator rectifier, instead of replacing it, I've seen a lot of reports, people saying it overheats, and yeah, it did get hot. So what I've done before I change it, I've done the wiring mod on it. So basically the 3-phase connector that was hidden there, the 3-phase wires there with a plug, and down there with the battery, I cut those out. So the wires for the 3-phase connector have been bypassed, so they're solid. The 12-volt one here I put on a bigger cable here, and instead of feeding into the loom, that goes straight to the positive on the battery, and the 2 negatives which were bolted here to the chassis here, up there, I've took off, and I've done the 2 negatives going back to the negative on the battery. And then while I was there, I also cleaned up the earth here going from the battery to the engine, and if you can see this orange thick cable here, I've done an extra earth going to the starter motor mount there, just to give it a better path for starting. Also had a slight water leak, coolant leak I should say, that was sort of welling up here and then running down, and it wouldn't happen when it was running, it was happening on the cooling down cycle. So I took a plunge and removed this, cleaned it all up, cleaned the internals, turned it over with the kill switch to make sure the water pump was rotating and doing its thing, all was correct. So put it all back, retrimmed this pipe down, refitted it, no leaks. So yeah, that's all sorted. I've yet to try my electrical conversion, and then also there's one wire, I think it's the voltage sense wire, and I can move my hand out of the way, this one here, and I could connect that to the battery, but the terminal post is getting a bit busy at the moment, so I think that's the one that's switched by the ignition or whatever. So I've just put that there to leave that, and that shouldn't make too much difference actually. So started it up. Yeah, so the reason why I'd done the three-phase connectors, when I first started it up when I got home, I let it cool down, started it up, grabbed the connector, and I could feel it getting warm, even though there was no burning or signs of high resistance. So that's why I cut them all out and tidied that up and put the voltages, the earths and the positives straight to the battery. It's a better way of doing it really. It's bypassing all the high resistance that could be in your loom. It's just going straight into the battery first. So we'll do another cold start up for you guys to listen. So my choke seems to always like to be there-ish. We'll turn the ignition on and see the voltage. So we can see the voltage drop here. So there we go. Still got the wobbly needle. If anybody knows what that is, let me know. If they think it's the speedo or the cable. I'm struggling to get the right cable for this cube. So yeah, before it was about 14.1, 14.2. If I put the lights on, there you go. But that is that tick over. So anyway, lights back off. And we'll just turn the shaft down a notch. There you go. Yeah, I can feel that getting warm already. That is warm to the touch. That is warm to the touch. Now, I've seen some people fit a cooling fan to this. I may well try that, but it needs to be ridden to see if this cuts in and cuts out or whatever it was doing. So, choke off. But sometimes the needle does this. If I tap it, so who knows, but the charging voltage is 14.34. I think when I put my flute meter across the battery I was getting about 14.6, 14.5, so plenty high enough. So let me turn that off. Ticking away. So yeah, that's about it really. The tyres were fantastic. This is the front tyre. And yeah, it handled really well. I'd done 70 miles on it, and it was the hot day that we had. It was about 24 degrees, first hot day of the year. And she behaved really well, and I was surprised on her performance and how nimble she was and how well she handled. Whether it's the tyres or the geometry, I kind of thought the geometry is a bit compromised being lowered the way it is. You look how far the forks are poking up for those yokes. But it's for a shorter person, it's not really for me. But apart from that, yeah, I was surprised. So if I've sorted the rectifier out, yeah, it's completely sorted. Apart from the tacho gauge, the rev counter fluctuating like that. Like I said, I did try a cable, but it was the wrong cable, and I'm struggling to find the right cable for that. So if there's anybody out there that knows where I get the right cable for a cube, 98 cube, or if they've had the problem and they think it's the tacho, do tell me and I can look into it. But yeah, that's all for now. So yeah, flew through the MOT, and it survived 70 miles with me riding it, and it was very enjoyable actually. So Project Peagso, yeah, is done rather well. So thanks for watching, and hopefully it'll get some use.